And we just wrapped up volleyball. Let's move on to soccer now. Men's soccer, the side of things, they took on a very, very good, strong conference opponent on Saturday. The number 3 ranked team in the nation, the Notre Dame Falcons. This is number 3 in NAIA. So in a 17-0 club, they completed their perfect season, 1-0 over the Pioneers in overtime. Zeke O'Donnell had 10 saves, though. The Pioneers finished their season at 8-9. Let's bring in Matt Desmond now, who was at the game on Saturday evening. Matt, tell me a little bit about what happened. We got some video to show everybody. Pioneers, though, put up a very, very good effort against the number 3 ranked team in the nation.
Yeah, Point Park took advantage of that for sure because Notre Dame was coming off a victory where they won 1-0 over Roberts Wesleyan. So they had a chance to actually play with Notre Dame this week, and it definitely showed that. They distributed the ball very well throughout the game, and doing that was making Point Park actually be in contention in the number 3 team in the NAIA. So kudos to Point Park because they actually hung with the team throughout the whole match, but they just were unable to take advantage of their opportunities throughout the game.
And one guy that you're going to be seeing here in this video that had a spectacular game was Zeke O'Donnell, who just basically stood on his head almost all game long, stopping almost everything that Notre Dame threw at him.
Yeah, Zeke O'Donnell has been impressive the whole year. He ranks number 14th in Division I for total saves at 98, and he's just been playing very well this season. As you look through these highlights, he's going to make all those saves within the 6-yard and 18-yard box. So he's been very impressive this year for Point Park. They wouldn't be where they are right now without him.
You know, it wasn't all just the defense and the goaltending that happened for the Pioneers as well. You saw they had some opportunities too. They had 10 shots on net. It's not all the time that you see, Pioneer teams in the past have always, they might get outshot 25-2 and lose 1-0, 26-1, maybe not even record a shot on net, but they did record shots. They had opportunities to try and go out and try to win this game, but they just weren't able to put the ball in the net.
Yeah, Point Park had 10 shots on goals, and as you saw throughout the game, when they had their shots on goals, then they had 10 opportunities to do so. When I was watching the game, Manuel Schneickenrather had, I believe, 4 shots on goal, and he averages 2.83 shots on goals per game, which is a leading in one of the AMC categories. So they're taking advantage of getting into Notre Dame territory, but when they get there, they're not pulling the trigger and they're not putting that ball in the back of the net, and that's something they've been leaning on the whole year, and they can't figure that out. So they have to work on that throughout the next year coming up.
Let's take you to the season recap here for the Pioneers. They went 8-9. That is the most that they've had since 1996. That's the 3rd most in the school's history. They got some very, very good returning players coming back next year, Matt.
Yeah, if you look at next year's roster, they still have Manuel Schneickenrather. They got Shane Lucas, Zeke O'Donnell, who's going to be coming back as a senior. So they're having a lot of very good players coming back. You look, they're very solid up the middle. They got Schneickenrather up top. They got Alex Saul in the middle. Then they're complemented by Shane Lucas in the back. This team's going to be very, very good next year in contention. Probably going to be fighting for a playoff spot because Jaron Walsher does a very good job of bringing in international talent to Point Park, so you're going to see a very good Point Park team next year.
It'll be very interesting to see what your own Walsher does bring in as far as recruits are concerned. He is from Holland. He's been able to see that he's been able to get some international guys as well, some good WPIAL talent as well from right here into the Pittsburgh area. Matt, thank you very much for all of the hard work that you've done here, all the great analysis.
Yeah, no problem.